Kikundi cha pili kinaongozwa naye Forester Trainee Eli Otieno.
To the President and to the Republic of Kenya, that I shall at all times, as required and authorized by law, do my utmost to preserve the peace and prevent offences against the same, and that I shall, to the best of my skill and knowledge, discharge all the duties of a forest officer faithfully according to the law, and that during my tenure in the Kenya Forest Service I shall obey all such lawful orders as may be given to me, and I shall observe all acts, regulations and orders relating to the Kenya Forest Service, which may from time to time be in force. So help me God.
I am greatly pleased to preside over today's passing out parade here at the Forest Law Enforcement Academy, whereby a total of 60 management and forester trainees have successfully completed training. I am pleased to know that trainees have been well equipped with relevant skills and knowledge to assist them in undertaking their duties henceforth. I urge you to strive to excel in your duties and to work with great commitment and dedication, bearing in mind the values that have been instilled in you during this training. Invited guests, Kenya Forest Service mandate is to conserve and sustainably manage all forest resources on the behalf of all citizens of Kenya. In doing so, the service is working with various partners and stakeholders to increase tree growing in selected locations. Due to these concerted efforts, there has been ongoing for the last 3 years. Kenya's forest cover has increased to 8.8%, whereas tree cover has increased to 12.13%, as reported in the National Resources and Assessment Reports 2021. The service, through the Ministry of Environment and Forestry, is now targeting to plant 5 billion trees in the next 5 years, as directed by His Excellency the President, Honorable William Ruto. To achieve this, all citizens will have to play a role in planting 300 trees per person, as guided by His Excellency the President. The service will also be at hand to give technical advice and support all individuals and corporate organizations. Ladies and gentlemen, today is an auspicious occasion whereby the service is receiving new staff into the workforce. I am pleased that there are plans underway to recruit an additional 2,700 forest rangers and 600 forest officers, which will greatly boost the forest conservation and protection. Indeed, the work of the Forest Law Enforcement Academy is already cut out, because in the coming months you'll be receiving a large number of trainees, and I urge you to make the necessary preparations to ensure effective training. I call upon all county governments to consider training county security staff within the academy, which also offers a serene and suitable location for learners. Invited guests, our country is currently grappling with critical drought situation, which has been occasioned by unreliable rainfall patterns, leading to massive losses and suffering. Climate change is wrecking among vulnerable communities, and one way to mitigate the negative climate conditions is to invest heavily in tree growing. Trees regulate climates and act as water catchments among many other uses. At the moment, due to restoration of the Masai Mara, River Mara is still flowing, and wild animals in the Masai Mara have a source of water. This scenario is also observable in other areas where forests upstream are well conserved. Rivers emanating from these forests are still flowing and providing water downstream despite the prolonged drought. This goes to show the importance of conserving forest resources. In conclusion, I take this opportunity to thank the Chief Conservator of Forests, staff of the Academy, for your dedication in steering the growth of the institution and ensuring that it's well equipped. To the graduates, I wish you all the best in your career and future endeavors. Further, I hereby grant you 2 weeks off duty to go home, relax, and unite with your families and friends before proceeding to your new duty stations.
This is a great day and moment for Kenya Forest Service as we all witness the passing out parade for this cohort of 60 graduates who have successfully completed what I would say a very rigorous 16 weeks paramilitary training. Chief guest, I wish to most sincerely thank you for getting time in your busy schedule to come and grace this occasion and for your able leadership in steering the service to greater heights and in many fronts, including what we are witnessing today. Indeed, the graduates we have here today are the first cohort of management and forest trainees that the Board of Directors have approved their enrollment through a replacement approach model of exiting staff as a result of retirement, and which is key in managing the succession of the service. We anticipate to sustain the same approach and tempo of offering paramilitary training here at Polea, and we are optimistic that the next cohort will be about 166, which constitute mostly the forest trainees and head nurseries, certificate forest holders who we are currently recruiting. Again, with the support of you, Chief Guest, and the Board of the Kenya Forest Service. As a service, we are extremely happy that His Excellency the President of the Republic of Kenya and the Commander-in-Chief of the Defense Forces, Dr. William Ruto, during the Mashujaa Day celebration on 20th October 2022 at Uhuru Gardens, issued a directive for Kenya Forest Service to recruit additional 2,700 forest rangers and 600 forest officers. This will be a big boost in enhancing the institutional capacity of the service and will ensure effective execution of our mandate of forest protection and conservation, as well as increasing our tree cover currently from the 12.13% to that percent by 2032. Our chief guest, during the training, I had a chance and opportunity to visit the academy and witnessed the very rigorous training mounted to test the now graduates' tenacity, bravery, including endurance of their body, mind, soul, and spirit. That if any one of them did not have what it took, then he or she could not have gotten to the finishing line. The tactical maneuvers, the silent drills, and the way they have mounted this parade is a true testament that this cohort is mission ready. Graduates, as your service commander and the chief conservator of forest, receive my hearty congratulations on behalf of the management and all staff of the Kenya Forest Service. There is a common saying, chief guest, that goes, when you see a tortoise on top of a table, it didn't just find itself there. Someone must have placed it. On this line, you are here because of the support of the board in availing resources and because of management for the execution. More particularly, chief guest, I wish to appreciate the Commandant, Mr. Alex Lemakoko, the commanding officer, Polea, Mr. Were, the Principal Forest College, Dr. Elizabeth Wambogo, and the Forea instructors, KFC lecturers, and our teaching staff for being outstanding stewards of this training. To you and all others who played a part in this journey, thank you for a job well done. Today, as Kenya Forest Service fraternity, pride ourselves to two key messages. Firstly, our duty is divine, and we are believers in God, in duty, courage, and honor. As we admit you to the ranks of the custodians of forest protection, conservation, and management, those ingredients should guide you in each and every action. Secondly, your passing out today elevates you to a place of esteem in our society. With that high privilege come heavy and demanding responsibilities. To succeed in your forestry career, you must be willing to sacrifice, to put the service above self, and to commit to uphold with fidelity the golden reputation of the Kenyan Forest Service. Living here, you carry with you the respect and the abiding admiration of the service and the entire nation. Your charge now is to conserve, protect, and sustainably manage our forests to a lifetime duty, honor, and courage in the service to our nation that we must all be devoted to. I urge you to guard the legacy bequeathed to you through this training and adhering to all values and norms as prescribed in the oath of allegiance. And indeed, my message to you is you must always be without reproach. As your CCF and service commander, I know and I am confident that you will not disappoint your compatriots. I am confident that the knowledge and skills you have acquired are and will be an enduring value, not only to yourself, but the service and the country as well. And may this ceremony today mark the beginning of your distinguished forestry career as you report to your respective duty station in service of the nation. Chief guest, allow me to also extend our gratitude to the parents and the guardians of these graduates passing out today, and I am sure entire nation shares in the joy of your sons and daughters answering to the call of service. I hereby direct that the commanding officer for Leah reads out your posting orders soonest as you return your tools of trade. Further, I direct the manager, Human Resource and Development, to issue your confirmation letters immediately after you are cleared from the academy today.
The chief guest. I am a very happy man today because this is a product of my directorate that I lead, the Directorate of Forest Protection and Security. And these graduates today have gone through a very, very critical course that imparts skills and competencies to them to be able to become all-round officers in managing our forests. The core function of Kenya Forest Service revolves around forest management, conservation, and protection. But it is not possible for these officers to engage and become competent and become efficient without impacting them on the knowledge of areas that are emerging in terms of the challenges that they are facing in the field. Therefore, it is not complete for us to employ them and not induct them on issues of security and law enforcement, which they have now been able to go through. This course ensures that these officers are able to relate very well, not only with the forest rangers with whom they lead in the forest stations and the various management levels, but also for them to be able to interact smoothly and efficiently with the other security organs and other stakeholders who are engaged in forest conservation and other general security matters nationally. They are therefore they have now been prepared to be all-round officers able to manage our forests without any doubt. My advice to them, sir, is that they should apply. You should now apply the skills and competencies that you have gained to ensure that you improve the management of our forests in the field. You should also at all times embrace the multi-agency approach to all issues affecting our forest. We therefore need to work very closely with all security agencies and also together with other stakeholders. Sustain the very high standard of discipline that you've been trained on, and also ensure that your turnout remains positive. As a matter of fact, I want to advise you to be proud as forest officers because you have gone through both technical training in forestry and also security training in this particular course. I also advise you to take full leadership of all aspects of forest management and all aspects of environmental conservation as we work closely with other stakeholders. I therefore want to thank you and encourage you, and only pray that God blesses you and gives you the chance even to work for the maximum period of time in Kenya Forest Service without having to look for somewhere else to work, because this is the best institution you can ever be in this particular era.
We have before you 10 management trainees and also 50 forester trainees distributed in different genders. That is 21 ladies and 39 male trainees. Chief Guest Sir, this training has been a very smooth training. It has been involving several rigorous exercises, and we want to say that throughout this training, none of the trainees has been disqualified on the basis of being disciplined or any injury or health issues. They are able to pass out today, all of them, as they came, and that is why I'm saying it is a great joy to me as the CEO and on behalf of my instructors and even the non-training officers. I want to say that when they were here, they were taken through different areas of learning. Chief Guest Sir, on gauging their understanding, the course participants were assessed in both theory and practical work. In all these areas, I do assure you that their general performance was impressive, and they have just demonstrated that even here today in the parade as part of the training, and even the awards that has been given to the best trainees is part of the evidence that these people have performed. I strongly believe that the knowledge, skill, and ability they have acquired here today, they will help them to enhance the strategic value, goal, and objectives of Kenya Forest Service once they are deployed to their various stations after this training. Chief Guest Sir, having said that, allow me to express sincere thanks and appreciation to the Board of Directors, Kenya Forest Service, the Chief Conservator of Forest, the Commandant Forest Protection and Security, the Principal Kenya Forest College, who have enabled us and facilitated this course to make it what it is today. We want to thank you sincerely for that support that has seen this course be a success. To the graduates, your degree of preparedness, commitment to work, discipline, and courage have seen you this far. You are now transformed workforce of the service, since the academy has prepared you adequately for the task ahead. You are going to be a reflection of the curriculum delivered and mirror image of the FOLEA and Kenya Forest Service in a multi-agency formation. I want to ask you to stand out in that area. Your individual and personal conduct and integrity in both on and off duties will be of great importance and impact on the image of the Kenya Forest Service. Therefore, as you go out, and I want to ask you to just do the right thing and be instruments of change. Lastly, to the instructors, the able instructors, and the senior FOLEA staff who have been behind this kind of training, I want to sincerely thank you and say, God bless you, because you've been actually committed and you have demonstrated competency in this particular work. And I want to say that I want to ask you to continue with that spirit, even in the future when other courses will be presented.